3rd and 2, 7 seconds. Jones throws in the middle. It's going to end here. He goes down, but you can't kill the clock. They have no timeouts, and the Vikings will win.
Well, Jerry O'Connell is 1-0 against Bill Belichick. So I live in New England. I have for like 20 years. And in the time I've known my ex-wife, I don't think the Vikings had beaten the Patriots. And this is kind of like, in the way that like a Vikings-Packers game is kind of like a mini Super Bowl to Vikings fans. This is more my mini Super Bowl. This is the first time I can remember the Vikings beating the Patriots since the Patriots have been like a dynasty. I get to stick it to my ex-wife. So that's good. That's part of why my marriage didn't work out. You know, when you're married to a Patriots fan, you always suspect she's cheating.
I get thinking that she's cheating on me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Now, my pregame prediction didn't quite pan out. I predicted the Patriots would win 63-0. The 63 was pretty close. The Patriots maybe could have scored 63 because the Vikings defense certainly didn't put up much resistance. The zeros where I was really wrong. The Vikings offense did move the ball a lot and put up a lot of points on a good Patriots defense. So that was impressive. I'm just going to jump right to the awards and kind of work in my commentary as I speak to the awards. First award for a future Viking goes to the tight end for the Patriots. Don't know his name, not going to look it up. It was the end of the first half. The Moab, that came out in force. He got this long pass along the sideline, and he just didn't go out of bounds. Such a Viking player move. The guy's a pretty good tight end, though, otherwise, so hopefully the Vikings can get him. The Metaverse Award for a team that seems to be playing some sort of virtual reality simulation that's not connected to what's actually going on the field. That goes to the Vikings defense, who, for much of the game, it just seemed like they were playing against different players or trying to cover different players because they were not covering, not doing anything to stop the Patriots defense. Like that first touchdown pass. Nobody covered the guy. The defensive line getting absolutely zero pass rush. That end of first half drive, that Moab drive, and then that third quarter touchdown by that same tight end, don't know his name, not going to look it up. It was like that play against the Cardinals where they just didn't tackle the guy. It's just like they just let him go. They're playing some virtual reality thing, and they're not actually playing the game that's on the field. They didn't seem to come out of the metaverse until the last couple drives. I don't know what's going on with this defense, but it's pretty ugly. The Richard Simmons Award for a skinny guy with a lot of heart.
While they were playing sports, I ate their lunch.
That goes to Justin Jefferson, who he made one really amazing tough catch. Most receivers are going to alligator arm it. And he gets just hammered by McCourty after he catches it. And McCourty's the one who gets up rattled, shaken, hurt. Jefferson gets up like it's nothing. And the guy who hits him is the one. And you look at Jefferson, he's this scrawny guy. But he has just such amazing physicality for his size. That touchdown catch he had on the first drive also. He gets nailed by a linebacker. Doesn't faze him at all. My butt cheek clench of the week, that goes to Dalvin Cook, who there was a 3rd and 2 where he caught like a dump off pass, and it was looked like it was going to be real easy for him to get the first down, but he did his usual jump backwards a yard before he went forwards, and my butt cheek just... I almost had a heart attack there because that's just what he does. It brings us to the Dalvin Cook Award for getting less than the bare minimum out of a play. In the second quarter, the Vikings are driving. Cook catches a dump off, and it looks literally like he could walk untouched to the 10-yard line. Just cut up field. 10-yard line is the bare minimum you'll get out of this. And he runs right into the guy and gets stopped at the 14. 4 to 5 yards minimum he gave up on that play. Anybody else, and you compare it to the Vikings tight ends, like Hockenson on a fairly similar play. Hockenson makes a cut, is decisive, and gets a first down. Or Munt, I think it was the first drive of the game. Munt catches the pass, very decisive, makes a cut, makes a guy miss. Munt makes a guy miss and gets like 5-10 extra yards. Dalvin Cook is so awful in the open field. Let's just stop throwing it to him in the open. Let's throw it to Madison. Let's throw it to anybody. C.J. Ham, anybody but Dalvin Cook. One of the most unsung big plays was made by T.J. Hockenson. It was a 3rd and 14. And of course, Cousins dumps it off, checks down. Now, Dalvin Cook catches this pass 7 or 8 yards. He dances around, jumps back, jumps forward, jumps to the side, ends up going down. And so it's going to be like 4th and 6, 4th and 7. Hockenson gets it. He's decisive. He goes upfield and he gets 11 yards. So it's 4th and 3. Next play, the punt, they run into the punter. It's just running into the punter. It's only 5 yards. So the fact that Hockenson got that 11 means it's a first down. If Dalvin Cook gets it, it's more than 5 yards. It's not a first down. They have to just punt again. That's a key play. And we need guys who are decisive, go upfield. Dalvin Cook is the least decisive player in the NFL at this point, so let's not give him the chance to make those decisions. And the Dalvin Cook award for running out of bounds 2 yards short of what you could have gotten if you gave a little effort. That was another play where, so I think it was a 2nd and 3, and every yard counts. And he leaves yards on the field all the time. And other guys like Jefferson, Hockenson, Munt, they get extra yards. They're making up for Dalvin Cook's deficiencies, and we got to stop that. Patrick Peterson Award for a savvy play by a veteran who normally gives minimal effort. That was Patrick Peterson on that last drive of the game where he kept the Patriots guy in bounds. Really good play, an important play, kept the clock running and pretty much ended the game. The let's prove once again we have no killer instinct award, that goes to the Vikings offense who they were up by 7 at the end. They have the ball. They just seemed content to sit on a 7-point lead. They ran 2 straight screen plays. One was to Thielen, thrown to the left, that I think lost like 4 yards. What are you doing? Every time you try to throw down the field in this game, it has worked. Every time. So throw down the field, try to get a 2-touchdown lead, put this team away. No, we'll run a bunch of screens that we know won't work. And then on 3rd down, they ran another. It was supposed to be a screen to the right side, but I don't know who it was supposed to be. They should be able to put this game away, and they don't. And it's not because New England has stopped them. They stopped themselves. I'm tired of it. There's just so many plays where this team has like 4 receivers that all run like a couple yards downfield and stop. There's one play where all the receivers, 4 of them, run and stop short of the first down and just stand there. And like 2 plays earlier, Rager was wide open, big play. The downfield pass was open all game, but they're content to just run these dink and dunk plays all the time. Let's try to go for the jugular for once. The overrated storyline of the week was Kirk Cousins' performance in primetime. I feel like people want to say, oh, he was 30 for 37 for 299 yards and 3 touchdowns and only 1 interception. It's like, the Cousins apologists want to point at this as some great performance, and it was pretty good. You know, it's better than your typical Kirk Cousins primetime performance, but I mean, he had a brutal interception. Brutal. The special teams had basically shifted field position for you. Great punt. Pins the Patriots inside the 15. And then the defense stops them. Patriots have to punt it away. Bad punt by the Patriots punter, and the Vikings get the ball near midfield. So you have turned field position in your favor. This is great, but Cousins, without facing much pressure, just panics and throws this just awful interception. And of course, our offense can't tackle the guy until he's run like 60 yards. Like, anybody who wants to say, oh, Cousins was so great in primetime, this proves it's like he threw a horrible interception. And then there was a late pass through to Osborne that could have easily been intercepted. It was a bad throw. Very lucky it wasn't picked off, and that could have lost us the game. So the idea that Cousins was so great, stop. The how the heck is this guy still on the team award goes to Greg Joseph, who missed another extra point just when the momentum was really in our favor. It looked like we were starting to establish ourselves. Boom, misses the extra point. And of course, just sucks the air out of the whole stadium, and then the defense gives up a long drive. The thank goodness Tom Brady left the Patriots award, that goes to the refs, because, you know, there are calls in this game that I sincerely believe if Tom Brady was still the quarterback for the Patriots, they would have gone in the Patriots' favor. That overturned touchdown catch by that Patriots tight end, don't know his name, not going to look it up. I'd be surprised if they overturned that if Brady's the quarterback. There was a missed face mask on Mac Jones that Danielle Hunter had. There's no way they missed that if it's Tom Brady. That overturned touchdown may have there's a good chance they win if that is an overturn. You can see how refs can impact a game if certain calls go one way or the other. I'd also say Vikings fans can kind of stop whining about the refs a little. I mean, you watch a game like this and it's like, there are probably calls that went both ways. There were definitely calls that were borderline that went in the Vikings' favor. The 2 random guys running alongside Hank Aaron after he hit his 715th home run award, that goes to Harrison Smith, who on that dump-off screen that got like 800 yards late in the game for the Patriots, where Harrison Smith was just like escorting him down the field. Like, I've seen Harrison Smith do it multiple times before, where he's just running ahead of the player in the same direction as the guy with the ball. just running in the same direction. I don't know if he wants to just beat him to the end zone maybe and be like, if he thinks if I beat him to the end zone, it's not a touchdown or something, but I don't get that. That's just a weird look. But that's Hall of Famer like Harrison Smith. Only he can understand what he's doing there. It's another sign that this team, I think, is different. The fact that they could beat the Patriots, beat Bill Belichick, even with not a great Patriots team, to come back after getting your butts kicked like they got kicked against the Cowboys and pull out a game. Vikings made a lot of mistakes, but they also took advantage of the Patriots' mistakes. Managed to find a way to win like they've done 9 times this year. So, I don't think they certainly don't look like a Super Bowl team, but this is the first year of this new regime. So I think we can have some hope for the future that just the way this team pulls out wins, this winning sort of mentality, if they can get more talent on defense, cut Greg Joseph, fire Ed frickin' Donatel, get a real defensive coordinator with a better scheme, maybe next year.
Better luck next year.
Or maybe the next year. Or maybe the next year. But at least they're going to go to the playoffs.
Gilmore, I called your number, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, better luck next year.
Now that wasn't very nice.